know that you're not the only ones here. And know that there's people amongst us who might not feel the same way. And give them a round of applause too, because they're going to hear it anyway. As a Muslim and as a Latino, I'm hit on two fronts. On my faith and on my ethnicity. And that's only made me stronger. And I'm here to tell Thurgood Marshall and everybody else that this is an issue of freedom. A freedom of education, a freedom of ideas, and freedom of thinking. And I'll leave everybody with the immortal words of Malcolm X. You cannot separate peace from freedom, because no one can be at peace until he has his freedom. Thank you.
All right, a big round of applause for Jorge Mariscal. It's going to give us the history.
Buenas tardes. Let me say at the outset that I'm very pleased to see so many people here and see the energy that's been generated by this issue. I would be remiss, though, if I didn't start by saying this is a small issue within the larger issue of corporatization of UCSD. And within that, and beyond that, I would be remiss if I didn't say that I've never seen this many people in the last 4 years come together about the war in Iraq. I've never seen this many people come together about the people who are dying every night crossing the border. I've never seen a program put on by this college, which is where it should be, or people coming together about the victims of Katrina. And so I think it's important that we put this issue in that larger context, because this is a time very much unlike the time in which this college was founded. And I've been asked to talk about that a little bit. You know, 35 years ago, there was another war that was immoral and illegal. It was killing innocent people in Southeast Asia and killing American soldiers, brutalizing them. I happened to spend my 1 year there as a member of the U.S. Army. And the students back home talked about something called Third World Solidarity. And you have to know that this college, when it was Third College, everyone knew that it was Third College because it was Third World Solidarity. Everyone knew that. The Mumba Zapata was an attempt to force the institution to recognize that. To force the institution to admit that it was part of the imperialist project abroad, that it was part of the oppression of communities of color at home. And so the students here at UCSD, who've been energized by the war in Vietnam, by the United Front Muslim Movement, by the Black Panthers, by Angela Davis, by the assassination of Dr. King in 1968, by the assassination of Robert Kennedy in 1968, you can see the velocity with which the violence has been perpetrated. And I want you to remember that that kind of violence is happening now. You just can't see it. It's happening right now. It happened in New Orleans. It's happening at the border. It's happening in your name in Iraq right now. So this is an important issue. But don't forget the bigger picture. And so a graduate student named Angela Davis, who had followed her mentor, Herbert Marcuse, out to UCSD, arrived here. And if you look at her autobiography, she says, the first few weeks, I kept going, where are the black people? Where are my people, she said. Shouldn't we ask the same question today? Where are they? Less than 1% undergraduate population UCSD African American. Less than
That's a
one.
shame!
Less than one.
Right. Right.
Angela met a man who taught in my department, the literature department. His name was Keith Lowe. He was a Jamaican. Before he came here, he had worked on a program to create black colleges across the nation. So they sat down and they said, we're going to propose something online for a third college here in UCSD, something new. We're going to propose something called Patrice Lumumba College. Radical revolutionary in Africa who'd been assassinated by the CIA. The Mexican students happened by one day, and they said, we want in on that action. They were energized by everything happening in their communities. This was before the peak of the Chicano movement. So UCSD Chicano students were at the forefront of the movement. And they said, we want Emiliano Zapata College. And they said, you know what, let's put them together. Let's create a coalition because we'll be more powerful.